Hey everyone. So, this topic that I'm going to talk about is actually a touchy topic. However, there needs to be more awareness and more facts that is brought to people's attention. The information that I am about to discuss is from DoSomething.org. And after the information provided, after I jotted down some notes, and after I discuss everything, I will share the phone number. That way, people can have a reference and a resource in regards to human trafficking when it comes to children. And in another video, I will go ahead and talk about some of the warning signs when it comes to sex trafficking, human trafficking. I will also talk a little bit more in this video as well. So an interesting fact that I found on the website DoSomething.org was about 20 to 40 million people around the world, even in this nation, the United States, they're involved in modern day slavery, and it has not gone away, and we see it, whether it be behind closed doors. And another statistic that I found was 0.04% of survivors are recognized. So only 0.04% of survivors are recognized. So again, these statistics are just an estimation. Imagine how many there really is going on in the world. And about 51.6% of cases are children in the U.S. for human trafficking and sex trafficking. The average age is 12 to 14 years old, who ends up getting involved in sex trafficking. And 3 of the top states in the United States, number 1, California, number 2, Texas, and number 3, Florida. So I was skimming through the website, and those are the statistics that stuck out to me. Again, statistics, that's an estimation just for the fact that not everyone is found when it comes to slavery. Not everybody is brought to protection. And the fact that 51.6% of the cases in the United States involving human trafficking, including sex trafficking, are children. Children under the age of 18 who don't have a voice, who are forced into human trafficking. And that's alarming. That is very, very alarming. I remember I think 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, I read a book, and I can't remember the name of the book. I will go ahead and check back to see what it was called and update what it was. So it was about a family in Egypt, and they were poor. So the parents, in order for them to get by, and they had a lot of children, they had like 7 or 8 kids. And the author was actually a younger writer, in her early 20s. And, it was a very, very good book, because it talks on facts that happen, situations that happen, her testimony of how she was able to get out of human trafficking. So her family sold her into slavery to be a servant for a rich family. And she never seen her family again. Every so often she would, once in a blue moon, be able to talk to her family and whatnot. Well, the family that took her in to be their servant ended up getting into some trouble over in Egypt, and for some reason they ended up in America. And so she goes and she talks about the situations and the cruelty and the abuse that she received when it came to being a servant for this family. And so how the family was caught was she had worse clothing than the children that she was serving. And they ended up going, I think, maybe to SeaWorld, or it was some amusement park. And so she didn't know any English, but the other children did. And somebody reported that it was kind of funny. And another thing that was funny was the family referenced her as their cousin, and she was never allowed outside. And the neighbors there, they found it very funny as well. So I definitely recommend. I'm gonna leave everyone on a cliffhanger right now, and I definitely suggest everyone to check out the book whenever I go through my Goodreads and I find out what book it was. So bear with me. I will go ahead and put that in the next video that I do. But this is a huge problem when it comes to, children, especially when it comes to the sex trade. Even here in America, the fact that it's 51.6% of the cases are children. And a lot of that has to do with the sex trafficking, and a lot of it has to do with, you see on the news, the children that are kidnapped, or if you go to a grocery store and you see on the bulletin board, the children that have been missing for years. I guarantee that those children who have never been found are either dead or they're involved in sex trafficking or human trafficking. And that's another reason why we need to do something about this. We need to protect the children. And that's not happening. Yes, you have Ashton Kutcher, who is, working closely with ICE, when it comes to sex trafficking, human trafficking. But we need more recognition. We need more awareness. And we need to get this out. We need to get this out. And we need to make a movement of this to protect the children. Because I'm sorry, but 51.6% of the cases of children under the age of 18 are trafficked in the United States every single year. That's over half of the victims, the survivors involved with human trafficking. And the fact that average for sex trafficking is 12 to 14 years old, that is sickening. So we need to do something about this. We need to bring justice. Some of the policies in the system needs to be changed. So again, a video in the future, I will be talking about the warning signals when it comes to sex trafficking, human trafficking, how you can help and make a difference in someone's life and how you could save that person. Because if you could save one person, it's a ripple effect. That's how that goes. So if anybody comes into a situation, DoSomething.org has their phone number listed on their website, and I will put it right now. It's 1-888-373-7888. Again, that's 1-888-373-7888. And you can also text 233-733. Again, go ahead and text that number, 233-733. And that way, if you do see something that is not right, you could go ahead and text. So let's keep this going. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, a suggestion, a topic you want me to talk about, to bring more awareness, and I will, because this is about the children. This is not, again, I will put a disclaimer, this is not about pro-life, pro-choice. This is not about X, Y, and Z. It does not matter about the skin color, the nationality. It does not matter about the religion. It matters about protecting the children. So let's go ahead and do something about this and fight for the injustices that are going on towards children who do not have a say. So go ahead, again, subscribe, like, share, and let's get this out. Let's make this a movement. All right, so I hope everyone's doing well. And again, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share. And let's get this out and let it be known. Have a good night.